Welcome back to Motor Madness, where we bring you the most iconic rides in automotive history. Today, we're taking a nostalgic trip back in time to explore a car that marked the beginning of Toyota's global domination in the compact sedan market, the 1965 Toyota Corolla. This was the very first model of what would become one of the best-selling car nameplates in the world, and it's a true classic for car enthusiasts and collectors alike. The 1965 Toyota Corolla was introduced at a time when Japan was becoming a major player in the automotive industry. Toyota needed a car that was compact, affordable, and reliable, and the Corolla was exactly that. From the outside, the 65 Corolla carries a timeless charm that reflects the design sensibilities of the era. Its exterior is simple and clean, with a compact body that measures just under 4 meters in length. The lines are boxy yet elegant, giving it a practical and straightforward appearance. Chrome detailing around the grille, headlamps, and bumpers adds a touch of class. The round sealed beam headlights and the slim horizontal grille give the front fascia a soft and friendly character, a big contrast from today's aggressive design trends. The car sits on thin 12-inch steel wheels, which might seem small by modern standards, but they suit its petite size perfectly. Even the rear of the car keeps things minimal, with modest taillights and subtle Toyota badging. It's not flashy, but it doesn't need to be. This was a car for the everyday driver, designed with efficiency and function in mind. And let's not forget how lightweight it is, tipping the scales at around 1,500 pounds. The Corolla's simplicity is part of what makes it so lovable. Step inside the 1965 Corolla and you're greeted with a cabin that's as no-nonsense as the exterior. The interior is basic, but well laid out. You get bench seats upholstered in vinyl, a large 2-spoke steering wheel, and a metal dashboard with easy-to-read gauges. The simplicity of the controls, just a speedometer, fuel gauge, and a few indicator lights, shows how far we've come in terms of technology, but there's also something pure and honest about it. The gear shifter is mounted on the floor in manual versions, and it feels mechanical and direct. What really stands out is how much space Toyota managed to carve out of such a compact body. There's decent legroom in the front and enough headroom for tall passengers, though the rear seats are best suited for shorter trips or smaller adults. Storage was minimal, with just a small glove compartment and a simple trunk, but again, for its time and price point, the Corolla delivered more than expected. Under the hood, the 1965 Corolla came with a 1.1-liter inline-4 engine, producing around 60 horsepower. That might not sound like much today, but remember, this car was light and built for efficiency, not speed. Paired with a 4-speed manual transmission, it offered smooth shifts and decent acceleration for city driving. Top speed was around 87 miles per hour, and it could go from 0 to 60 in about 16 seconds. Not exactly blistering performance, but the Corolla was never about raw speed. What it offered instead was unbeatable reliability, excellent fuel economy, and a driving experience that felt connected and responsive. The suspension setup was also quite advanced for a small car of its time, featuring McPherson struts up front and leaf springs in the rear. Ride quality was surprisingly good, and it handled well in tight corners, making it a joy to drive in urban settings. It may not have had power steering or disc brakes, but its lightweight meant those omissions didn't hurt the driving experience much. Now, when it comes to pricing, the 1965 Corolla was a game changer. It originally sold for around $1,700 in the US, which made it highly competitive and accessible to the average buyer. Adjusted for inflation, that's about $16,000 today, still making it a budget-friendly option by modern standards. But what's really interesting is how collectible the 65 Corolla has become. Restored models in good condition can fetch anywhere between $15,000 to $25,000, depending on originality and mileage. It's a piece of automotive history that's still affordable, making it a great choice for vintage car lovers. So there you have it, the 1965 Toyota Corolla, a humble sedan that quietly launched a global phenomenon. It wasn't flashy or fast, but it was dependable, efficient, and affordable. It proved that great cars don't need to be complicated, and that's exactly why it remains a beloved classic to this day. If you enjoyed this deep dive into a true automotive icon, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Motor Madness, and let us know in the comments what classic car you'd like us to review next. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next ride.